Since 2013, Steven Universe has been one of the most interesting cartoons out there. Kids and adults both have fallen in love with the adventures of Steven and the crystal gems, particularly garnet, pearl, and amethyst. So we were wondering, are there any parallels between the crystal gems on Steven Universe and their counterparts here on Earth? Let's take a closer look. On Steven Universe, the leader of the crystal gems is Garnet. She's pragmatic, composed, level-headed, but also a little competitive. She's also strong, encouraging, and a bit serious. Pretty good qualities in a leader.
We can take a break if you're not feeling well, Steven. Huh? Oh, no, I'm okay. Let's keep going. All right, but be careful. You might trigger a trap with that gun show.
And because cartoons are amazing and you can do whatever you want, Garnet is actually a fusion of Ruby and Sapphire, who then project as one gem. Over here in reality, Garnet is a large group of minerals rather than a single gem. Like the cartoon version, the colors most associated with it are deep brownish reds, but the real-life stones come in every color of the rainbow. For a long time, it was thought that garnet could be every color except blue, but recently, blue-green color change garnet was discovered in Central Africa. These garnets shift from blue in daylight to a deep reddish purple in incandescent light. And even though real-world garnet isn't a fusion of ruby and sapphire, it's still pretty cool. Garnet is a group made up of different mineral species. For example, sapphire is a variety of green grossular-like garnet. Think of it as a hierarchy like you would use to define the animal kingdom. The pyrrhostite series of garnet contains 3 species, pyro, almandite, and spessartite, while the eugrandite series is comprised of uvarovite, grossularite, and andradite. How about the other crystal gems? There's pearl, and like her earth counterpart, she can be quite delicate. She's a perfectionist with great attention to detail, but the way humans act is still a little confusing to her.
Humans just lead short, boring, insignificant lives, so they make up stories to feel like they're a part of something bigger. They want to blame all the world's problems on some single enemy they can fight, instead of a complex network of interrelated forces beyond anyone's control.
All of these qualities are a mask for Pearl's low self-esteem. She feels weak compared to other gems. On her homeworld, pearls were viewed as property rather than individuals. For us, of course, pearls really are property. And just like how Steven Universe's Pearl uses a beautiful, symmetric, kind of above-it-all attitude to mask her inner weaknesses, real pearls are kind of the same way. Whenever an irritant, like a nasty parasite, makes its way into the mollusk shell, the mollusk coats it in a protective case of nacre, which is a combination of calcium carbonate and conchiolin. Historically, natural pearls were very rare and only possessed by the richest of the rich. It wasn't until the start of the 20th century that the cultivation of pearls made them accessible for millions more people. The youngest of the crystal gems is amethyst. Unlike her compatriot, she was manufactured here on Earth. Amethyst is a skilled shapeshifter, and she's very carefree. A little bit lazy too.
Bark, bark, I'm a chicken. I get the joke now.
Whether in faceted stones, crystal specimens, or polished pebbles or beads, amethyst has enjoyed popularity in nearly every culture in the world throughout its ancient history. Before lucrative deposits were found in Africa and South America, amethysts were as treasured as ruby and emerald. Like its fictional counterpart, amethyst shades of striking purple make it one of the most popular varieties of quartz. That's right, amethyst is a type of quartz. Quartz is a mineral species comprised of silicon dioxide. Quartz comes in many varieties and is divided into 2 major categories, macrocrystalline and microcrystalline. This is based on the size of the crystals. Quartz is piezoelectric. That means when you squeeze a quartz crystal, you can actually make electricity flow through it. This is also a reversible property, and that crystal will compress or stretch when electricity is applied. This is why quartz is often used in watches. That's not quite shape-shifting from one form to another, but it's still pretty cool. Of course, there's another quartz in Steven Universe too, Rose Quartz, who is Steven's mother. She was the leader of the crystal gems, but gave up her physical form in order for Steven to be born. Rose Quartz only appears in the show in flashbacks, but she was a fierce warrior with a generous and protective personality, who loved the beauty of humans and everything else on Earth. Like garnet, pearl, and amethyst, Rose Quartz's coloring is very similar to her real-world counterpart. A delicate, lovely pink, rose quartz is semi-transparent to translucent in color. It's very popular in jewelry. There are even star rose quartzes, and is often fashioned into beads for necklaces or bracelets. And like all gemstones with an ancient history, rose quartz is associated with mythical and magical properties. In particular, love.
Have you ever been in love with a human?
How would I know?
It's torture.
So it turns out that crystal gems are much more similar to Earth gemstones than expected, and we've barely unearthed all the gemstones in Steven Universe's universe. Hit the comments below and let us know if you'd like to learn more about some of your favorites. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to learn more about the gemstones we covered in this video, check out the links below. Thanks for watching, guys.